Monero in the wallet, cut it loose. Hey! Zephyr in the pipeline, charts go zoom. Frostbite fingers in a neon room. Canada cold, but the grid runs hot. Snow blind eyes on the payout spot. Maple in the mug, geese fly by. We're mining in a hailstorm. Touch the sky. Parkers on chairs, cables on floor. Latency low, give the cluster more. CPU choir in a midnight race. Breath turns to mist in the server space. Goose track stamped in the drift outside. Salt on the steps, we don't go for a ride. We just chase blocks in the northern dark. Every new share is a tiny spark. We're mining in a hailstorm, hearts on boost. Monero in the wallet, cut it loose. Oh, yeah. Zephyr in the pipeline, charts go zoom. Frostbite fingers in a neon room. Canada cold, but the grid runs hot. Snow blind eyes on the payout spot. Maple in the mug, geese fly by. We're mining in a hailstorm. Touch the sky. Kick your pickle sweats. Cold cheeks, warm code, blizzard on beast mode. Let it white sky, black screen, living in a sweet caffeine dream. We're mining in a hailstorm, hearts on boost. Monero in the wallet, cut it loose. Zephyr in the pipeline, charts go zoom. Frostbite fingers in a neon room. Canada cold, but the grid runs hot. Snow blind eyes on the payout spot. Maple in the mug, geese fly by. We're mining in a hailstorm. Touch the sky. Rabid rigs in the basement glow. Fans scream loud in the blizzard flow. Hash in the hush of a frozen town. Snow on the roof, but the cores burn down. Maple on pancakes, wallet on fire. Frost on the glass, clocks running higher. Canada night, sky sharp as steel. Numbers go brrr, this is how it feels. We're mining in a hailstorm, hearts on boost. Monero in the wallet, cut it loose. Hey! Zephyr in the pipeline, charts go zoom. Frostbite fingers in a neon room. Canada cold, but the grid runs hot. Snow blind eyes on the payout spot. Maple in the mug, geese fly by. We're mining in a hailstorm. Touch the sky. Parkers on chairs, cables on floor. Latency low, give the cluster more. CPU choir in a midnight race. Breath turns to mist in the server space. Goose track stamped in the drift outside. Salt on the steps, we don't go for a ride. We just chase blocks in the northern dark. Every new share is a tiny spark. We're mining in a hailstorm, hearts on boost. Monero in the wallet, cut it loose. Oh, yeah. Zephyr in the pipeline, charts go zoom. Frostbite fingers in a neon room. Canada cold, but the grid runs hot. Snow blind eyes on the payout spot. Maple in the mug, geese fly by. We're mining in a hailstorm. Touch the sky. Kick your
All right, guys, what is going on? Welcome. The wolf is back. Arr! Okay, that was corny. What's going on, everyone? Help. Welcome. What is happening? How you guys doing? Oh, I have it on top chat. Let me adjust that to live chat. So yeah, funny story. I didn't mean to go live yet. I was playing around with my buttons. I was testing, putting my hands in my face and stuff, getting glitches and stuff out of the camera thing and seeing if I could drink water. And I hit the button that said start. And I was like, oh crap. Oh crap. Now, yeah. So I don't know. So then I was like, you know what? Let's just go with it. Let's start the live stream. Let's do it. Wolf coin in the house. The only coin that can do something these days. Maybe. We'll see. All right, scrolling up here, I see Ogre MGTOW 990. What is happening? A massive market manipulation across all markets, gold and silver, as well as NYSE and even Shanghai metals market. Yeah, there's a lot of craziness going on right now. We got Sapphire, we got Secure C. What is going on? One and only
nuclear power plant mining. Rud Putz is in the house.
What's going on, Rud Putz there? What is going on? Yeah. Bad Cat, what is going on? Bye, Bill Blappo. Squirrel Bastards, what's happening? The Pirate, what is that? Caviar Mining, what is happening? Northern Crypto and Tech, what's going down? Scrolling on. You guys talking away. What is that? Jewel 33, Jewel, yeah, Jewel, something like that. What do we got? Oh, my stream settings are set on the wrong thing. All right, so we got 36 viewers and 6 likes. Guys, come on, hit that like button. Where is everybody? Everybody's hiding under their bed or in the corners or in closets with with the current prices in the market right now. It's crazy. Quick, get the backup mask. Yeah. Well, if I put on the backup mask, there's no point in having this mask. So I don't know. It's a lose-lose situation. I either go back to the other one or rock the wolf. But be careful with my hands, I think, is how it works. We'll see what happens. I'm scared to scratch my eye and stuff. Okay, so I think we caught everyone there. Not too many people in the house today. That's okay. Let's just jump into here. Let's take a look at the current markets, actually. All right, you guys ready for the roughness of the world? Boom! Let's do a refresh. Yeah. Wow. Look at this. 66K Bitcoin. I just scratched the side of my face there. That was close. We got 66K Bitcoin. It is not looking good. Dogecoin is at 9 cents. We got Bitcoin Cash at only 4 cents. Monero's down to 312. That's still pretty good for Monero, even though it's down 30% on the week. That's still a decent price. Litecoin is only $53. Zcash is down to $216. That's still pretty good for it as well, because it will be like $80 here in a little bit. ETC, we never did see it do its run. We were hoping for over $100. Now it's $8. Darn it. What else we got? I don't know. Does the rest even matter? 0.5 cent Raven coin, 76 cent helium, 2.8 cent Kaspa. Whoa, what is Kaspa's current emissions now then? Kaspa, what are your emissions looking like? 79,000. 79,000. Any hash rate drop off? Hold on. Still 462. So, well, there was a weird dip here down to 308. But coming in here, yeah, it was 1.46. That's crazy. Kaspa lost an entire exahash of hash rate, and somehow they think that's good. Kaspa's decentralized. Kaspa's strong. Kaspa's going to 0, I think. 25 cents. Helium. Yeah, it's okay. Now let's just compare. What is our biggest losers? Quai. Oh no. Our last chance for mining profits is our biggest losers. That sucks. 29% on the 24 hours, 61% down in the past 7 days. That's huge. That's a huge drop. 61%. Wow. Zcash, 18% and 39. Monero's in third with 17 and 30. Zill down 17. Oh my gosh. THT, if anybody has any left, is down to under 2 cents Atika's down 12. Oh, it's still up 141% on the 7 days. So that's still pretty decent here. Doge, oh, we're starting to get some green here in the 1 hour. So that's decent. Dynex down. It is rough. Bloodbath time. Flux, how's POS working out for you? Oh, not very good at all. Not very good at all. Zephyr's down to 56 cents. Like, oof. This is rough. This is rough times. Now, who's our biggest winner? Oh, wow, there isn't even hardly any green there. We got QRL is up 8%. We got Virus up 1.2. XDEG 0.9. Like, there's like nothing is green. It's legitly red right across the board. Holy crap. Holy crap. What do you guys think about this? How do you guys feel about the current state of these markets? Let's see what you guys talk about in live chat. Everyone is upset BTC is at 66K, but just a few years ago, people were pumped it hit 16K. Like, oh, I know. Every cycle's different. And when it was like 120 and 126K, people were like, I can't wait till it drops to 100K. I'm buying so much at 100K. Well, guess what? It's even cheaper than 100K now. So why aren't you buying it? Yeah, that's what I thought. And guess what? It's going to keep going down. Like, remember, we've been talking about this. I think the bottom of Bitcoin is going to be somewhere in between 35 to 50K. So we still have more down to go. Now, this thing is actually dropping very fast. I expect it to be a gradual drop all the way till like October, but we're like collapsing. Like, this is insane. Oh, I got to scratch my forehead. This could be bad. Hold on. No, I don't know if I should do it. Hold on. I got an idea. I'm going to turn my camera off for a second. Aha! There we go. All right. Hopefully it's back on. Oh, there we go. Nice. Nice. I forgot I have my camera button so I can do all these crazy things. Anyway, look at this. This is just, let's look at the 1 year. Boom. Boom. Collapsing. Like, look how close we are coming up to that, that bottom we're thinking of. 50 cents. Like, we're almost at it. Like, we're almost at 50K Bitcoin. Like, we are closer to hitting 40 to 50K Bitcoin than we are to going back up. Like, that's crazy. We're closer to zero than we are the all-time high. Oh, like, I'm sorry, I shouldn't be laughing, but like, you can't do anything except laugh these days. Like, typical market. So many people are calling for it's different this time. 2026 super cycle. Oh, it's just your standard pullback, blah, blah. Guys, it is not different whatsoever. And I continue to stress that it is not different this time. If you just sit back, ignore the world, who cares who's in the office? Who cares who the president is? Who cares what's going on in the Ukraine? Who cares what's going on everywhere else? If you just sit back and follow the 4-year cycle, that's probably your best and least stressful steps to do. Now I just wait till around October. If you have money saved up, get some Bitcoin. Don't DCA down because you keep losing Bitcoin that way. Wait till it hits around that month where it's closest to the bottom, which I still think is going to be around October. And then when that happens, then get as much Bitcoin as you can. And then wait till 2029, which it'll hit its peak. And do what happens on 2029? Everyone's going to keep telling you how the super cycle and it's different this time and all this stuff is going on. Well, guess what? It's not. Again. And that's when you offload your coins, not financial advice. And guess what's going to happen in 2030? 1 year from the all-time high, we're going to be back in the bear market, crashing again. Everyone's going to say we're going to be in a mega super Houdini cycle, for all we know. Like, it's going to be insane cycles happening that we don't even have words for yet that Twitter will make up. So it's going to be crazy. Tonight, a talking wolf, WTF. I know, pretty intense, huh? I don't know where that guy came from. It just wolf out of nowhere. I need a drink of water. Apologize. And they're back. Let's go to here. Boom! Hey. I know that's kind of weird. Anyway, let's talk, guys. Let's talk. Hold on. This button. Oh, crap. I don't have the camera button when it comes to this display. I got to remember that. I don't have my camera set up to turn off when I'm in this scene. That's not a good thing. Anyway, let's talk. Let's get to the live chat here. What do you guys think about everything that's going on? Because I'm curious. I wanted to hear how you guys feel about this. ASIC profits are taking a hit 100%. I seen a thing that Bitcoin miners, well, it's an official bear market. Based on mining and Bitcoin, we are in an official bear market. The Bitcoin profits are 20% under the cost that it costs to mint a Bitcoin. So, yeah, miners are going to have to shut down. We've already seen a bunch of miners shut down, one from weather. The other one is lower efficient miners have to turn off because they're not making anything. It doesn't make sense to turn those miners on because they're just going to go negative. So, yeah, one bonus is that, in about 2 years' time, we might finally see ASIC prices fall because it takes about 2 years for the ASIC prices to go down, but it only takes about 10 minutes for a small 10% pump to double their price. It's funny how ASIC selling works, huh? They waste no time increasing prices and wait as long as they possibly can to decrease the prices. But we are starting to hit that bull market or bear market, and hopefully people are finally starting to believe that. Ignore all the Twitter and super cycles and all the other nonsense out there, which never ends up true. It comes every time, but it's never true, never happens. Traditional cycles always seems to happen, and we're seeing it play out exactly the same way it should be every other time. So anyway, the upside to this whole situation is, yes, ASIC miners should start going down in price over the next year or so. Another thing is, we can't say anything about CPUs and GPUs and stuff because those things are continuing to skyrocket due to the increasing demand of memory. So that sucks. So we'll see. So it's going to be interesting to see, is hash rate falling off anything? Let's jump back into this and let's just take a look at mining pool stats. I need my mining pool stats button. And I just want to see, is Monero hash rate falling off at all yet? Are we starting to see, what the heck is this? What? Cubic just puts up a cool 4.5 gigahash out of nowhere. What's going on here? 4.5 gigahash out of Cubic just came into Monero. I was like, what? Look at that. They doubled the network hash rate, 47%. I bet you their Discord's probably loading up. Let's attack Monero, guys. Let's do this. Let's kick it while it's down. I don't know. But all right, so there's no hash rate coming down on Cubic right now, or on Monero right now, because we've seen a huge influx. What happened? Was it broken for a while? This is 7 days, right? 30, 29, 30, 31. Yeah, how come it was dead for the whole entire week, and then all of a sudden now it decides to turn on? Were they having issues? Was there something broken on Cubic? Did Cubic rent all the bastards? I have no idea. Why wasn't the 2026 I dreamed of? It never was supposed to be. There's never nothing good supposed to happen in 2026. The peak was supposed to happen in 2025. The only thing that 2026 is the first couple months, which we see now we're into February, is the late blooming altcoins. We'd see a few pump, which we did see. We seen Monero and Zcash and a couple coins do some more runs in January. But for the most part, nothing is supposed to happen in 2026 other than massive collapsing of the crypto. That's pretty much all we're going to see, because we're heading to the bottom of the market this year, which is traditional cycle stuff that, it seems like so many people failed to believe. Anyway, yeah, I don't know what's going on here, but Cubic just came in out of nowhere with a big chunk of hash. Let's try something else. Let's look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin hash rate. How are you looking? 1.1 zettahash, network 886. So we're at 1.1 there. Bitcoin Cash, Monero, Litecoin. Is Litecoin losing? Script losing any hash rate? No, we're gaining hash rate. Look at this. This is the issue when you have ASIC. It's not an issue, I guess, but for the coins, it's good when you have ASICs and stuff like this. Obviously, it maintains hash rate as long as possible, but it's not profitable right now. What the heck is the profitability now? An L9. Take a look at this. 12-cent power. Wow, L9s are negative at 12-cent power. That is insane. That's crazy. Negative. L9s are officially negative right now at 12-cent power. Holy crap. What's an L7 at? Negative almost $5. $5 here, 492, 486, 47. Wow. It's not even worth mining script right now. This is insane. This is holy crap. That's all this is. This is a whole bunch of we're going to zero. Everyone's broke. Guys, I'm gonna have to shut down the channel here soon because nobody's watching anymore. Any of you guys a millionaire that plans on donating like 500,000 so that I can live? go and live on the street here. I'll have live streams with a Starlink somehow. Live streaming from the street. This is where crypto put me. Oh, I'm just kidding. But like, yeah, wow, things are not good. Not good. You'll donate 500K ship. That's like 4 cents. Oh man. $8 per day for power at 8.25. That's crazy. 75 people in chat isn't nobody. Oh yeah, we got some more. We got 82 people here now, actually. So yeah, there's still, you guys are still out there. That's awesome. That's awesome. You know, it's great. You know, without you guys, there'd be no me. And you know, without you guys, there'd be no Panda. Without the community, there'd be nothing. So it's nice to see you guys, you know, TechMan's right. 75 people isn't nothing. 84 is actually pretty good, especially this entire 4 years. You know, having a live stream with 80 to 100 people is actually pretty decent in terms of the way the markets are ever since Ethereum. So, you know, kudos to you guys still, you know, trying to keep interest in this. I know we're all diehards right now and there isn't really anything else we can do at this point in time. Hopefully it gets better for us. Hopefully it gets better. It's definitely rough. But like I said, you know, it may look rough right now, but tomorrow could be bright. It could be very bright tomorrow. What if, you know, a new rug pull emerges? We talk about that all the time, right? New coins, new rug pulls, got to get in early. You know, it could be awesome. The XMR pump was due to the wallet hack and moving funds to XMR from Bitcoin. Yeah, no, I'm aware of that. It happened twice actually last year and this year. There's 2 hacks and twice that Monero did its thing. Let's take a look at that actually. Monero coin market cap button right there. So let's just kind of look at the past year. I think this was the first one. Yeah, this is the first one. It obviously wasn't as big, but this is the first one. This is actually where I ended up selling the first time. Well, the only time because I didn't have it all, but like this just looks dramatic, doesn't it? Boom, down. But yeah, this is the first time I think I got rid of mine around 402 or something. And there was a little hack that happened in here, as far as I'm aware, that caused this one. And this one was a huge hack. So I don't know what happened here. Just, you know, small hack, small hack, small hack, small hack, then massive hack, and then it all dumped. This is where we are now, but it's falling off a cliff. It fell off a cliff here too. Actually, you know, every time it falls off a cliff pretty much. And, you know, that's just the way the cycles work. But it was pretty insane to actually see Monero do what it did this time. It doesn't matter if it's a hack or whatever. In theory, like I know a lot of people, oh, crypto's bad, Monero's bad, this is bad, blah, blah, blah. But this is good PR for Monero. Privacy. Even the bad guys want to use it. You know what I mean? But like, too bad the bad guy didn't know what he was doing because he wasn't private. He decided it was a good idea to throw it all on centralized exchanges and stuff, and he got caught and he's in jail. So he got caught like 2 days after this hack or something, I believe. So yeah, and I believe there's different resources on what actually happened there. Some say it was exchange hack, some of this. I do believe it happened through a bridge. I know there's a big channel out there that has like hundreds and thousands of views on his Monero one, but I think he was wrong. I think this happened in a bridge, not on the exchange and whatever else, or a wallet got hacked or something. That's not the case. I do believe it happened through the bridge, and that's the majority where a lot of them come in. A lot of the crypto, I guess, hacks and stuff happen on bridges, and we have more and more chains that thinks it's a good idea to bridge to other chains. Most of them, the most popular is bridging onto Ethereum. But like all these people keep saying, like they fork their chain, make their chain do whatever. Well, we're the next best thing. We're best. We're awesome. Blah, 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 blah. And then they just try to bridge over to other chains. Like, why? If you have that much confidence in your chain, which obviously it sounds like you don't, why is everyone doing all these bridges? You know, do your own thing, do your whatever. But yeah, and then bridges is where all these hacks do seem to take place. But over here, please tell me the intro song name. I don't know what it's called. Well, actually, I think it's called Mining in a Hailstorm. That's a lie. It's called Mining in a Hailstorm. And that was actually created for me from the one and only
Nuclear power plant mining. Red Pots.
Red Putz made that one for us. So awesome. What else do we got here? Is the price going lower? Yes, I think it's going to be going lower. I really feel the bottom of Bitcoin is probably in the, how did we work it out together? What did we say it was? 35 to 50K in that area. 50K, it's a nice bottom, but I do think it could possibly be a bit lower. But you know what? I think 35 to 50K, somewhere in there by October-ish, is where we'll probably see the end of the bleeding. Then we're going to go obviously sideways for a while, and then up and down, up and down, up and down. But I do feel 35 to 50 is around where the bottom will actually hit. So we'll see. Jock Miner says 55K will be the bottom there. A third party to make money by providing no value. There you go. That's one way to look at it. You're not a fan of bridging. Yeah, I don't think any miner is a fan of bridging. Everyone that, I guess all these investors and people that use these coins, they like it for some weird reason. I have no idea why, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe it's because no one can set up their own dexes on the chain. See, bridging over to Ethereum makes sense because that's where a lot of the dexes are. You got Uniswap and everything else. So if you get a wrapped ETH version, then you can utilize it in these swap programs. But that just causes more laziness on the chain. They're trying to be the next best thing, but they're too lazy to develop their own infrastructure and ecosystem that they have to bridge to other chains. That makes sense to me too. Now, there could be a lot of devs out there shaking their head and saying, oh, that's all a lie. And I'm like, well, then prove it. Make all these things for your chain then. You know what? Right? Am I lying or what? If you really think your chain's the best and it's this, keep building. Implement DEXs and everything on your chain. Not bridge it over to Ethereum so you can use Uniswap and stuff. That's using, Uniswap is obviously a massive DEX. But think about it. It almost follows when I hear people talk about that or all these things. I think, you know what? It's the same question as when's Binance. All people care about is exchanges. Look at Monero. If people want your coin and your coin is good, they will go to it, not relying on the exchange. Monero has been delisted freaking everywhere, and it made the largest all-time high it's ever hit. It hit the newest all-time high. So people go to the coin. It does not matter where it's listed. If they want it, they will go to it. So stop spending so much energy on trying to spend all this money and stuff just to get listed on something like Binance or Kraken or something, when you could use those funds to continue to keep building your chain and hopefully people come to it. Look what Quai is doing. Yeah, Quai is going down right now, but they've been building and they're trying to make mining profitable. They're pro miners. So us as miners, we talk about it, we use it, we try mining it. And, it's just the way it works. If people like your product, they will go to it. If you build it, they will come. Not if you bridge it, they will steal it. That's to be the new motto or something, huh? I just came up with that. I think that's actually pretty good. If you build it, they will come. If you bridge it, they will steal it. Oh man, that's hilarious. Yes, social media hacker, the guy that had 2 point. No, yeah, I get that, but the thing is, it still went to Monero. So, and it lasted for a while. It was a nice steady pump, and it did that. There's a couple hacks that happened, but the point is, people wanted to use Monero to move those funds, and it pumped like crazy. If you had Monero, you could have sold your Monero. There was a lot of volume happening, unlike all these other coins. So whether it happened because of a hack or not, that doesn't matter. People went to Monero for that very reason. They didn't go to Zcash. They went to that coin. And it pumped and people sold, and a lot of people made a lot of money off Monero and so on. So the point is, it's still about having a coin that has utility and people will go to it. Doesn't matter the reason why, but they will go to it. 1300 BTC got wrecked as well. Yeah, BTC got wrecked for sure. Bridges also create the illusion of inter something ability between chains. Oh yeah, it seems like a partnership. Like that was the big flux thing, wasn't it? Oh yeah, we're bridging to here. We got all our parallel assets coming to here, but there's nothing extra coming out of any of that. That was all built in from the hidden Genesis block, which had millions and billions of flux. I don't know, not billions, but remember that controversial flux Genesis block that no one was ever talking about that disappeared, and then somehow someone brought it up a couple of years ago, and it had so many coins and everything in it. And then there's some other block that had a whole bunch, and that was to fund what was it? I don't remember the full details on it. So, obviously correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm getting a lot of it wrong because I can't really remember it. But there's blocks there where and all this came in for Zelcore and everything. That's right. So it was pre-funded on chain before any of this even came into play. And then they just marketed it as now you're getting all this. But it was already part of all the emissions and everything from the get-go. And then, obviously. Oh, I see him. The one and only Budweiser. Yeah. So, yeah. So I don't know, all sorts of stuff going on. But yeah, craziness going on all over the place. Hi, Budweiser, Brett Chat. We got 2020 elections. I don't even know what was going on. That was a crazy time too, especially in Canada. That was rigged. I don't know. Picked up more Kaspa today, but sitting on BTC profits for sub 2 cents. See, that's the thing. Kaspa. Obviously, people holding Kaspa is hodling it to zero, but right now is obviously a nice time to. I wish I had some extra money because I'd probably get some Kaspa and then just sit on it, and hopefully it gets one day of glory. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's a tough one. It's really a tough one because as a miner, I can't see myself ever mining Kaspa again. As we looked at the numbers the other day, if in 2029 Kaspa hits $2, due to the emissions, it still wouldn't be worth mining it at the time because there's no emissions. So $2 Kaspa is hardly any emissions out there. It's going to be sad times next cycle. Kaspa really needs a run like $40-$50. Like it's crazy. It's going to need a super high price just to make mining worth it. Obviously, the people hodling the Kaspa, they're going to be like, awesome, I told you this is the best thing ever. But still, no one cares. It's going to dump faster than, it's going to dump pretty fast too once it hits some of those levels. But the thing is, it has to hit those levels or it's not going to have any miners. So it doesn't mean it has to go up, but there's no reason why it has to go up. It could crater into nothing. If it doesn't go up at all by next cycle, it's going to be rough. Like rough. There won't be any miners left on it. It's going to be getting attacked left, right, and center. It's going to be forced. And as sad as it is to say this, with no emissions, Kaspa could be forced to move to proof of stake because no one's going to want to mine it. Who's going to be the proof of work? It doesn't even matter. If you're the only miner on it, there's no emissions to even get. So it's going to get really rough if there's no pump happening on that coin very soon. Is Binance going under? Good question. Yes. No, I don't know. Don't quote that. Not financial advice. I have no idea. There's a lot of ifs, ands, and buts. Some people are getting tired of CZ and he's following the whole agenda of the 2026 super cycle and things like that. Binance has had some liquidity issues, and who knows? Now, I doubt he really wants to. I don't think it'll go under. They're probably really watching their back because obviously he just got out of jail, but he did get pardoned. So, but I imagine he'd still be being watched. I don't know. I have no idea, actually, to tell you the truth. No idea. I see Escaper. Happy Thursday. What's happening? We got 108 viewers now, 33 likes. Guys, smash that like button. Huh? Come on. Nail it. Send the likes to the moon. I want 300 likes with 114 viewers. I know it's not even possible, but that's what we want to hit because we're all about doing the impossible. Hoping the crypto market goes back up. Oh boy. Hold on a second. I need a drink. Turn the camera off. Yes. Nailed it. Oh, turn the camera back on. Go to live camera. Here we go. Back on the live for the big boy. Let's see. Do you guys have anything to talk about? Let's go into the live chat here, seeing all these things. You love steak, medium rare with champion sauce. What is that? Champagne? Champion soup. I don't know. They can't even get a Quai subsidy. All the parallel assets were printed meme tokens. There you go. That's a good way to look at it. More complete. Pump it with some music. Yeah. It's not worth the mine. Just buy the coin. You know, we're at that point right now where it isn't really worth mining anything. Like let's look at the GPUs right now. Where's my button for hash rate? Let's go into live. Hash rate.no right there. I need to scratch my nose. There we go. Awesome. All right, so let's do a refresh. Let's do another one because it didn't refresh good enough. I'm just kidding. We can't make things automatic. Like here's 12-cent power. There is zero profit at 12-cent power, and 12-cent power is pretty cheap compared to, I know, a lot of you guys out there that have 20-cent power, 15-cent power, 25-cent power. Some of you even have 40 to 50-cent power. It's pretty insane. So 12-cent power isn't even profitable to mine right now. Today, right now, you can officially say, and I want you guys to clip this and edit it and put it all over Twitter and stuff. Rabid Mining says, today, GPU mining is officially dead. That's it. The statement has been made. Look at that. How can you say GPU mining is not dead when there's not one single GPU on crypto that's making money? Sure, you can do other things, and hopefully you get rented on fake crypto AI and stuff. But when it comes to mining cryptocurrency on a GPU, it's dead. Unless you got what? You know, like let's look at 5-cent power. 5-cent power, you're making 34 cents. Hardly anybody has 5-cent power. You know, we don't have to look at that. If you had free power, you're making 68 cents on a 5090. Like, that's rough. That is freaking rough. 68 cents on a 5090. That just go up? I thought that said 59 or something. I don't know. Anyway, like, holy crap. This is bad. This is bad. All right, like, I don't even know. Is there anything on a CPU to mine right now? 7950X. So 7950. 1145, depending how they're calculating here. So there's a little bit here still, but still nothing major at all. So this is rough. We're in very, very rough time. Like, this is probably the worst we've seen mining. Like, I think, what the heck is that? Like, I think right after the merge, we were still better. Were we not? Maybe not. We're still 11 cents on Raven and things like that. Like, I don't know. Things are really rough right now. Yield, baby. It's yield time. Yeah, but it's not yield time yet. That's the other issue. We need all these networks to lose half their hash rate to get these yields. And at the same time, all these coins think it's a good idea to have halving events. So we're going to have halving events happen. So we lose half our hash rate. We finally get our yields back. And then they have, and now we're back to no yields. So now we're going to lose even more hash rate. So it's a never-ending cycle. But yeah, it is coming up to yield time for sure. I do agree with that statement 100%. It's just that we're still a ways away from it. We probably won't be in yield time for probably another good, well, this might advance it because it's a pretty big drop in the crypto prices pretty fast. We're at negative across the board on everything. So we might start to see things fall off over the next couple of weeks. But I don't think, you know, as traditional bear markets go, it's going to take a year or so till we actually see network hash rates drop off to the point where yield mining is decent yield. So yeah, you know, we are coming up in theory to some of the best times to mine cryptocurrency. We're also coming up into the times to look into alternate power sources. And we talked about this a bit yesterday. All the 170 HXs from Panda are making like $12. Yeah, well, he probably has them. There we go. We got used to putts there. Hashcat is never dead. So he probably has, the 170 is being rented somewhere. Or is he mining something? Because it's definitely not cryptocurrency mining that 170s are making $12 a day. But Panda has cheap power, 8-cent power. You know, actually, he might be. Let's go to 8-cent power here. Let's look at a 170. 2-cent profit at 8-cent power. And how many does he have? He has a lot of them. He has a lot of them. Let's just say, you know what? Let's just divide this. So you said, what's it called? 170 is making $12. So if we go $12 divided by 0.02 cents, so you'd need 600 170s on at 2-cent profit, covering your power costs to make $12 a day. And for that $12 a day, you're 28 times 600. So you're making $168 revenue selling for power to make $12 a day. So really he's making $168 a day, but after power costs, he's making 12. So, you know, it like if you have thousands of GPUs and low cost power, it does add up to make something. But yeah, you know, do you go out and spend the money on that stuff? Because they're not going to ROI. You might be making some profit, but there's nothing that'll make it ROI within your lifetime. What do we got here? RTM, yeah, RTM. You know, that's actually, let's rewind this a little bit. Someone just mentioned RTM there. I know we're laughing at it and whatever else. I still have all my coins. I believe in it. And it's the same thing. If you believe in your chain, build the stuff. Remember I said everyone's trying to bridge to here, or bridge over to use DEXs. You know what? Raptorium, whether you like it or not, they are building. They're constantly building, and they are building that infrastructure on their chain. They're going to have DEXs. They're going to have all these things eventually. So who knows? Maybe, you know, like I know a lot of you guys are like, oh, Raptorium is, you know, done for, but we could see big gains. It might not be this cycle. Obviously, it's not this cycle. It might not be next cycle, a cycle after, but, you know, never know. 10, 15 years, we might finally see something happen. And, you know, I'm definitely have to go long on that one because, like I said, they continue to keep building and building. And that's what it's all about. You got to keep building. And right now it's looking rough, but I still think the future is looking pretty decent in my mind. But yeah, they're building it. They're building all this stuff in their ecosystem. So they're believing the chain. They're not bridging to all these other chains like every other coin. They're trying to do everything on their chain. And that's huge. If you really think about it, that is huge. Oh no, your RTM stayed on Trade Ogre. Darn, yeah. Yeah, especially right now with these turmoil times, this should be a huge reminder, guys. Stay away from exchanges. Do not be hodling coins on an exchange, especially in these volatile times. This is when exchanges go under, or when they have no liquidity, or they can't pay out, or anything like that. So be very careful at this time in the market when things are red like this, because who knows? Maybe Binance will go under. You know, maybe Coinbase will go under. We have no idea. You know, that's never happened. That'll never happen. Well, guess what? Everyone that was on FTX thought it would never happen. Look what happened. They turned into some greedy people, and it happened. So we never know. We'll have to wait and see how these play out. But guys, get your coins into your own wallets. If you plan on selling it, send it and sell it, and that's it. Get out. But yeah, at this time, just hold your stuff in your coins. The best RTM wallet is to Stacy on Discord. Yeah, that's funny. That is a funny wallet. I wouldn't call it the best wallet, but I know what you're saying there. Those lottery miners don't even start. What? Don't even start? What are you talking about? Is a Lapid YouTube YT? What's going on? Lottery miners. What do you mean? Like the bid axe and stuff? They're not running for you? You can't get them going? They're not starting? Fill us in on the details here. I'm curious what you're referring to. Yes, Budweiser. Get off exchanges. I always run full node pruned 0. Nice. Am I running a prune node? No. My Bitcoin node? No, it's not pruned. It's the entire blockchain. I was curious about that. I was debating on if I should try running it pruned or not, but I wasn't sure. Can you I wanted to make sure if I hit a block, you know, the block goes through and it wins. Now, I imagine you could hit a block because you're up to date on the latest blocks, right? When you run a prune, you just have all the old data. So Yeah, obviously it saves a crap ton of hard drive space, but I'm running the full node when it comes to Bitcoin because I want everything there because I don't want anything to mess up the chance. If you obviously find that lucky lotto block, you don't want nothing messed up. Now I imagine a prune blockchain should obviously still work, but no, I'm running the full one. Yeah, I can see that tech, but yeah. Well, I see, yeah, like it'll erase all the older stuff for sure. Yep. How fast can you sell your coins if you put them in cold storage? You can't run some apps with it pruned. Yeah, that's the thing. You can't run some things with pruned. So like that's what I was wondering. Like if I find a Bitcoin, like a Bitcoin block should work, but like, yeah, I don't. I'm just running the full thing because I want to make sure everything works if I need it. But as for the question on how fast could you sell, it all depends on the blockchain and the exchange itself. Like whether it's in cold storage or a hot wallet, like a cold storage wallet only takes an extra maybe 1 minute to send it somewhere, right? Because depending on and if it's a Tangem one, then it doesn't really take any extra time at all from a hot wallet in theory, because all you do is scan your card and put in your password, right? So there's that. Now, if you're running a ledger, it takes a little more time because you got to plug it in and stuff. So, there's that. But like transferring from a hard wallet onto an exchange to sell your coins or something, it's really fast, and a lot of these ones now use third parties in them. Like Ledger has their third party swap feature. Tangem has the third party swap feature. So you could just do it in your wallet as well, almost like it was a hot wallet, and not even go to the exchange. You can just say, yeah, I want to swap this to this. Now, I'd be very careful with that because you never know what if that third party swap program is going under right when you decide to do it. So that's iffy, but that's still, a thing you can do within those wallets is the quick swap feature to stablecoin from whatever. The fees are higher when you do that, but it is a very fast in and out type of situation. Yeah, I don't know. The hardwater wallets aren't really that much harder to get your coins in and out. It takes it takes a little bit of time, yeah, but nothing like, oh, I gotta wait an extra day or a couple hours. It's like an extra 30 seconds to a minute, depending on the wallet. Now, if you're on like ETC and you're trying to send it to an exchange, depending on the exchange, it could take anywhere from an hour to 8 hours to get your coins there because the ETC on a lot of exchanges still requires 800 to 1200 confirmations, which is absolutely dumb. There are a few, I think MEXC is down to only I think it's down to like a half an hour, actually, hour. So it's one of the fastest, but there are still some exchanges out there where it requires 8 to 12 hours worth of confirmations before you get your coins, all from those 51% attacks that happened 4 years ago, 5 years ago at this point, maybe. But yeah, craziness. Yeah, wallet swaps are more expensive for sure. Those third-party fees, because it's not the wallet. That's the other thing. I hear like I've seen some videos out there where Tangem, let's take Tangem for an example, and they're like, Tangem, what's going on with this? What's your issue? Or people are swapping from one coin to another coin on Tangem, and then like say it's stuck or it's taking a long time. That's not Tangem's issue, not whatsoever. You got to look at the priority program they're using. Like they use Simple Swap, and there's 2 or 3 other ones that are in there. They're using the third party swap program. So it doesn't matter if you're using a hot wallet, Tangem wallet, Ledger wallet, whatever. If you're using the web-based browser, you're still sending the coins to that third party, and then they're doing the swap and sending it back to the address wallet that you provide. Now within Tangem, you just sending it in there, and it's using your own keys to bring it into your own wallet again. So it's already, the 2 wallets are already there by default, but it's the third party where you got to go get your support, not Tangem. Tangem has nothing to do with that. They just have their application within their app, but you're dealing with the third party. It's not an issue that your transaction is taking so long on Tangem's side. It's the swapping side, which is, Simple Swap or whoever it is. You contact them if you're having an issue with your swaps. Does that make sense? You understand that? But yeah, it's more expensive because they're charging for that fee to do the quick and easy swap. Swaps are they're faster and easier, but they always cost you more. So remember, it's just like we always say before, You know, you're getting auto payouts and something or auto swapping and stuff like that on minables. You're mining all these coins, getting paid out in this. You are getting hit with exchange fees from multiple coins and things like that. So you are seeing a little bit less in payouts depending on the coin. Now, I know on Mineable, when it came to Dogecoin, was freaking really good at Dogecoin mining script and getting Dogecoin. It was a really good pool. But when you're doing other things and getting paid out in Bitcoin or, you know, mining Bitcoin and paying something else, you could see high swap fees depending on that. So it's always better to manually swap the coins yourself if you really want to save on all your fees. But obviously that takes more work and it's longer and people are lazy these days. And that's where these swap programs come in and they charge you that extra fee for ease of use. And the way the world is right now, everybody just wants ease of use these days, and no one actually ever wants to do their own manual work. And you pay for that. Just like skip the dishes, all these other things, you're paying a fee for someone to bring your food to you because you're too lazy to go get it yourself. What do we got here? You can see mom's there. Hey, I just tuned in while I turn my BTC miners to solo mode. Nice. Cranking them on to solo mode. Hopefully you find a block. Good luck. Tangent ripped me off on a swap. They charge you $20 for a swap, then never swap because I didn't have gas fee. Interesting. That sucks. But again, that's Simple Swap. Or whoever the swapping program is, the ones that did that. They're charging you the fees. It's not Tangent. Tangent's just holding your coins through their private keys. It's the swapping program that charged you that money. What do we got here? I need to see if you can run it in RAID through BIOS and use two 1 terabyte SSDs. I've just been busy. Forget sex and dexes. Just spend your coin with those that take it. Go buy a Tesla with Doge. Easy, right? Yeah, you could for sure. You know, obviously people, that's the other thing too you got to keep in mind. Everyone's like, oh, it's not being used. Like Dogecoin is one of the most wild used coins. More than 99% of the other cryptos out there has the most use case because, yeah, a lot of people, and like Tesla's one of them, a lot of places accept Doge as payment. Now, the interesting thing is we're not getting crypto to use crypto. Everyone's head is getting crypto to hodl it and hopefully it goes higher. So you're getting crypto to try to make more money. No one is actually getting crypto to use it. So that's why that isn't really being used. But I see your point there. And, you know, that's the way it should be used. We should be using crypto. And yeah, you get some crypto. Yeah, you can buy stuff with it. But no, we're all hodling it and hoping it goes higher. Now, obviously, if you're hodling it over the past 3 days, you did nothing but lose all your money. So, yeah, it's crazy. Karma goes a long way. If you are stealing people's coins, swapping them, and getting ripped off, I don't feel bad for you. No, yeah, if someone's actually doing that, yeah, for sure. Any S Maxis here that want to scrap? What? Oh boy, Funwiser. ZFS. Bleach is asking Squirrel, what is ZFS? Where did Squirrel say that? Tax fees. It took so long ever send ETC to them again or crypto.com. Yeah, ETC is rough. ETC is rough when it comes to all these places because everyone still has so much high confirmations. Ugh. When gaming channel? I know the gaming channel. I need to come up to the gaming channel and do something on that. I got to get a video done today. I don't know. I'd like to go live today, play some Ark or something, but we'll see what happens. The cheapest period, 13.50 cost 4 cents. What? Sue? SUI? Perfect response time. John Quick Miner. What do you say? On game, just one question. What's F? What's F? Nice answer, yeah. 100% nice answer. What is F? Anyone know what F is? Because I don't. Never heard of it. I forgot about it. I mean, I used to hear people talking about it, but somehow the lines just went silent. Did we just lose and almost another 1K? Wow, it's still going down. We were at 66K when we started the stream, weren't we? Now we're at 65. Oh boy. Oh boy, this is rough. Come on. Come on. Oof. Yeah. So, how about I don't know. Olympics start tomorrow. Is anyone excited for Olympics? Anybody? Been playing old Star Wars game from like 30 years ago. I forget what it's called the last few days. Kind of interesting how far we've come. Yeah, I remember I used to play. Can't remember what it is. Remember that old Star Wars Jedi game where you're in the X Fighter at the end? You got to shoot the little missile down into the Death Star, and it's like the graphics were so cool. I think it was. I can't even remember what it was on. Like, was it NES? Maybe Super Nintendo? I don't remember which one it's on, but yeah, good old Star Wars games. Nice. It's Super Bowl weekend. I don't watch football. Is it really Super Bowl? That's good. I'm excited for Super Bowl weekend. Do you know why? Now, no offense to all you guys. I know you guys love Super Bowl and football and stuff, but then I don't have to see football on the TV anymore. So I'm excited that it's Super Bowl weekend that it will be gone after this. I'm sorry, guys. It's true though. And because like I'm in Canada here, we have the CFL. It's not as big, obviously, as in the NFL, but like the CFL's best paid players probably makes half as much as the NFL's worst paid player. But anyway, just say like we have our CFL, but like I go to watch the news sometimes, and what's on? NFL, NFL, NFL. Like we don't even have a Canadian NFL team, so like because we have our own CFL thing, and I don't even watch that. But like it's always on in the news, and it's always on whenever I want to watch something. NFL. It's just pushed everywhere. I'm like, I don't care. Stop playing this crap. But that's just me. Again, that's for anything. And you say the same thing about probably golf. Some people love watching golf, and they don't. I used to hate watching hockey and couldn't stand it. And I'm from Canada. I know. Now I watch hockey all the time. So I understand, when you watch it, and when people talk bad about it or something, then you kind of get upset and stuff. But I'm just not a football person. So, but yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, I am excited that it's the Super Bowl now, because then now I don't have to see it anymore for at least another couple months. It seems like their season is so long. It's like, hey, it's over, and then like 3 months later, it's back, and it lasts like all year almost. Like, holy crap. Anyway, who's even in the Super Bowl this year anyway? Because like I say, I don't watch it, but I'm curious who's playing, who is it versus who, and who do you think's gonna win? Let's talk about that. I remember when Eth was proof of work, and I would talk Eth and get jumped by Maxis. That was fun. Miami Dolphins, Dan Marino was go. Oh yeah, I know about Miami. I know Dan Marino and Miami Dolphins a little bit because they were on. Was that where Ace Ventura: Pet Detective took place? I think that was the Dolphins. Seattle, New England. New England crypto? So Seattle, what's Seattle's football team's name? I think I know this. What are their names? What are the teams called? Seattle and New England. Yeah, it is only Linux. What is SHA-256 node OP running? That's why I want to do it through BIOS with RAID. Palm touchers. Oh boy. Seattle Seahawks. Okay. Yusuf says Seattle's gonna win. And then what's New England called? New England what? So Seattle Seahawks versus the New England Patriots. Oh, Patriots. Okay. I've heard of Patriots. I heard diehard fans talk about the Patriots. So anyone who's a diehard Patriots fan, and they're probably really shaking their head at me right now that I asked who New England's team name was. But I have heard of the Patriots. So yeah, probably a lot of people mad at me now. New England Patriots versus the Seahawks. So who's going to win? So far we have a bid up for the Seahawks. And eating weenies. Oh boy, I don't even want that. Tech man, why do you have to say these things sometimes? Oh boy. The intro graphics with the 3D graphics was a big deal at the time. Oh yeah. I don't get about sports. Could care less. um. Oh, look at this! I got a Kickstarter message here of a scammer. I just checked out your videos and noticed that you're new on Kick and have not yet affiliated or verified. I have a proposal for you. I share your stream and yeah, all this stuff. Oh boy, that's all I ever get. Whenever I go live on the Kickster, all I ever get is spam messages. Scaber says, I think I'm going to put an S19K on solo for Bitcoin Cash. Interesting. Interesting. Speaking of that, I gotta bring something up here. Let's go to this for now until I find it. I don't know if there's anything in there. Who sent that? Someone sent me. Let me just find it here. Was it a DM or something else? Oh yeah, here it is. Here it is. This is pretty freaking sweet. I got this from Zeg on here. Anyway, he has this cool Bitcoin mine. Let me just explain it. New home BTC bought solo mine. It's 30 to 40 terahash, 775 watts. The single S19 Pro hash board in a 3D printed case. If you ever seen one of these, so yeah, right here. Now I'll bring it in. Check this out. Look at this thing. Isn't that awesome? Look at this little mini solo miner thingamajigger. Huh? That's awesome. S19K Pro right there. Single hash board. And yeah, going through their 3D printed case. Little solo miner. That thing's cool. That thing's awesome. Interesting. Yeah. So I thought I'd share that with you guys. What do we got? Is that a fully 3D printed case? Yes, it looks like it is. And then the fans and everything are just attached to it. Power supply attached to the side. But yeah, the entire case is 3D printed from there. It's pretty interesting, huh? Isn't that pretty neat? Yeah, now you need more data. Fully electrics. This has his mind twerking. I'll try to get some more information on that thing. My 2 terahash nano hit 34th difficulty on mining Dutch yesterday. Ooh, nice. Send you that pic. All right, remind me. DM me after the live stream so you can remind me. And get more information. Will do, fully. Will do. What we got in here? All right, so we've been here for a little over an hour. We still got 101 viewers. We're picking up. That's awesome. 49 likes. Actually, is anybody else? Let's see if anybody's streaming before we do anything. What the heck did I hit? Wrong button. So I'm going to YouTube. YouTube. I don't see anyone else about to stream. Checking out pandas. Anything upcoming? Nope. Nope. All right. I don't see anybody else streaming right now. So I guess we'll wrap this one up, guys. What is Bitmonero? You know Bitmonero? I've heard of it. I'm not 100% sure. Let's take a look at it. Bitmonero. What? It's not even here. It's not here. It's in our plant, isn't it? Is it an art plant? Bitmonero. Bitmonero right here. Block height 14,000. So it's been around for a little bit here. We got 466 kilohash. What's this algo? Is it random X? I'm assuming it is, but I don't know. I'm not really sure what Bitmonero is, but obviously by the name, it's a fork of Monero. That's all I know from there. It's a fork of Monero. Not really sure about it. Yeah, I don't have much information on this. We saw the other day too of a new coin that was on here. What was I totally forgot about it until we came here. Z coin. This is Bitmonero was added January 17th. And then, yeah, this one, Zed. This one we looked at yesterday, the day before? Yeah, yesterday. 2.7 meg. Oh, it lost half its hash rate from the other day. People are giving up. Did it get listed and everyone dumped, or did nodes come online? It's interesting that half the hash rate fell off. Or just because the crypto market's in turmoil. That means, like, if nothing happened on this coin, like, block height's only 5,000. So it's interesting to see because we were at 4 or 5 mega hash yesterday, I remember. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what Bitmonero is. I'm really not sure. Fork. Might have to try some of these. We'll do more research on Bitmonero. Our plant. Yeah, that was our plant. Same with that other one there. That's two. That other coin I just looked at. I can't remember the name of it already. But those two coins, it might be worth looking at. Maybe fire a rig just to get some testing going on, or I guess figure out numbers in the spreadsheet to see what it may possibly be. But yeah, there's two coins there that could be something worth checking out. Scaper, I think I'm going to put on solo. What pool? So if you're going to use a pool, Scaper, for solo, I'd probably go on CK pool. That seems to be where they're publicly announcing the blocks when people hit and stuff like that. So that's where all the solo blocks seem to be being found anyway, publicity wise. So yeah, I just rock CK pool probably when it comes to solo mining Bitcoin. Just press on my name here. It will take you there. There you go. There you go. Bitmonero appears to be the original name for Monero. Really? Or are they just saying that on their website? I don't know. I have no idea about that. It makes Bitmonero, Bitcoin Monero. Maybe, but it's interesting someone to decide to just make a new chain of it right now. Almost like making Monero Classic. There is a Monero Classic, isn't there? Now that I think about it. Hold on. I believe there is a Monero Classic. And if there is, I think I have a funny story for it. Yeah, Monero Classic right here. So, funny story. I'm sure most of you guys may be aware about it. But Monero Classic, XMC, Crypto Night. Now you guys will probably see where I'm going here. That's the algorithm Monero used to be on, where you could GPU mine and stuff. But then the ASICs, the X3, came online. And that's when Monero forked from Crypto Night to Random X, I believe. I don't think there was a middle one in there between. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is when they made that. They heard the ASIC was coming, and they forked like right when it will release. So everyone that bought these miners were screwed. Like there was no other coin to mine on it. And they were screwed. They bought these ASICs for Monero mining way back in the day. And it forked like right when they released. So yeah, they were screwed. And I think what happened here is, I don't know if it was Bitmain or somebody, but then they created Monero Classic so that the X3s had something to mine. And now it obviously looks like it's pretty much dead. 4.2 megahash though. That's still not bad, but it's all on like a single node or something here. So yeah, that's kind of the story on that situation. Anyway, guys, I do appreciate everyone for showing up to this live stream. So I guess we're going to wrap this one up. I will see you guys on the next one, which will probably be tomorrow sometime. Thank you for watching. Rabid